let me break it down to you. You
Okay,
keep
break it
talking
down for me.
about Rema and talking about one song, is what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
disputing that fact. That song is the biggest song.
So you
But
think
you
it doesn't
cannot
have no other
only
songs that could be played that people will enjoy? Is
no,
that what
he
you're saying?
does, but no, no,
He
no.
doesn't
Okay.
have no other songs.
Can Rema come outside right now as we're talking? Whatever today's date is, this Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Rema comes out this Sunday and say, I am performing at Madison Square Garden on the 14th. No, he can't do it.
So
He,
that
he,
no,
he, he, ain't, he ain't there yet.
Now playing, connecting the dots among blacks, the podcast.
all right. Thank you. My name is Oyebanji Akins, and we're live on CTD Among Blacks. This is gonna be our first virtual podcast session that we're having. You're gonna see us a lot of time. We're out of from away from the studio, and we still got to deliver to our fans and to our followers to keep them updated about our own personal um should I say views on some things going around the world. And I'm not doing this alone. You already can see who I have next to me, that you already been seeing him, and we're doing the person, my brother Victor. How you doing, Big Vic?
I'm good. We're back. We just got to keep this ball rolling,
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me here. All right, so let's roll, man. We got a lot to talk about, bro. Nice to see you, by the
All
way.
right.
Thank God for good health. Thank God for good health.
Yes. Shout out to all the Chi Town, if I'm saying it properly. I'm in Chicago, and Big Vic is repping from no other place from H Town. So
Hey, tell me.
yes, sir. So
Mhm.
let's get into the topic of today that we're talking about. A couple of days ago, I'm not even going to say a couple of days ago. I think it's yesterday when Rema said, there's no more top three, or actually, he felt he needs to be in the top three. And I remember we did some couple of, I think our last episode when I was mentioning about, the 5 names in America or in Nigeria that could sell out a stadium, and I think I added his name to it.
Rema will sell out the stadium. I don't care. Rema will sell out the stadium. I don't care how you want to put it.
So Big Vic, I will ask you, in your own opinion, what do you think about Rema coming out tweeting about it tried to drag 3 kind of thing. First of all, it talks about the record label, they should stop copying him, and the people fashion sense, they should stop copying him. And then the third one was about saying he's part of the big 4. So what do you think about all those things?
My humble opinion. When he came out, he said, he's not there's no more big 3, there's big 4. So basically, he's including himself in the likes of Wizkid, Burna Boy, David. So we got to add Rema into it as part of the big 4. Excuse me, bro. Is he gonna be number one? Just my opinion. This is my opinion. I don't think there's a big 3 anymore. Just my opinion. I think there's Burna Boy on a whole different scale. He's on his own different level, and then you have the big 2. You have Wizkid.
Oh, what do you mean by big 2? You just said there's no big 3, and now you say there's big 2.
There is no big 3.
So
right?
You felt like there's big 2.
There's big 2. There could be big 2 for now.
How would you say there's big 2 and there's no big 3? So what you're trying to tell me indirectly is Burna Boy is on his own race.
He's on his own level. He doesn't.
So
he
you
can't
feel
be
like
part of it.
Wizkid
He's
is
not
not
part
on
of
his
it
own level?
Wizkid?
So you don't think
Nah.
Wizkid is not on his own level too?
Nah. Wizkid and David could drag the second place, but there's no like big 3. There's only one.
So
big.
that's still a big 3. When you say they can drag the second place, that means
can
what you're
drag-
saying quietly, you feel like Burna Boy is bigger than Davido and Wizkid.
I just don't think we should be using the word big 3 anymore. We should not. We could use the word big 3, but let's not add Burna Boy to the part of the big 3. Does that make sense?
Nah, for me it doesn't, because when you're saying we
Uh-huh.
shouldn't use big 3, then you come back and say, you know what? Don't let us add Burna Boy to it. On 2 occasions now you said that. Are you saying Burna Boy is on his own level where we don't have to class them with them Davido and Wizkid? Or you're saying anytime they want to talk about numbers, about how we feel like they're doing fine, they should just feel like Burna Boy is beyond to be put into the list?
Both things you said, yes. Basically,
Okay, for me, I don't go with it. I think first of all, using the big 3 is part of marketing to sell themselves. Everybody knows how that intrigue their fans. Everybody have a fan base. And if you remember when Burna Boy was going, everything was going big, putting himself in dragging Brimo, it's too much about trying to intrigue his fan base. He doesn't have to even drag Brimo.
Yeah, but it has absolutely. Yeah, but that's just Burna. He makes it could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? To make song out of anything. Brimo just happened to be the lame duck. Like it could be anybody, right? Number one. Number two, I just feel Burna Boy actually said it himself. Like I'm not part of the big three no more. I'm in my own different. There's me and there's the other guys you guys want to call. You understand? That's how I feel.
If you had to talk about not to add anybody to the list, I think the only person I would take out of the list that I would never put in the list, but is doing big, is Olamide. Right. Olamide will never have to come into the list. It will never be fitting into their list. But you want to tell me Olamide doesn't do fine? Olamide is doing fine.
He's doing fine. See,
when it comes to me,
yeah, but
we're talking music entirely, though.
No.
It's music entirely.
You see. Let me help you with your Olamide's perception of how you feel. Right? Let me break it down. Right?
All right.
That man is a great artist, great entrepreneur. Record label top 3 in Nigeria for years and years to come. We're not denying that. We're not going to take that out. We're not going to take about his songs, collaborations, and everything, right? But when you take Olamide out of Nigeria, he's nowhere to be found.
What do you mean?
Found like international call fans, Nigeria alone. I could give him in his top. I could give him his flowers. I could do whatever. He's there. He is the man. He is absolutely in Nigeria.
Well, you're talking about the music part, correct?
I'm talking about his music part. I'm talking about his music. But his music we're talking about at the end of the day. I'm not worried about the whole things that comes with his charisma, his personality, his great guy, all that stuff. We're just talking about solemnly music, like music wise. I think he is just in Nigeria alone. If he can't, I don't think Olamide can even sell just by himself, right? I think I don't know if it's the marketing or something, but he hasn't done it for me to put him like in the kind of line in terms of just outside Nigeria. In Nigeria, you could take it. He got it. Taking Olamide out of Nigeria to another London, to America, to any kind of and expecting him to do what Asake does on a big scale, he's not there yet. Is what I'm saying.
So I agree with you on that part, and not to drag it because of the main purpose of all our conversation is still going back to Rema actually. So Olamide as an artist, yes, I agree with you. Selling out outside Nigeria might not be possible. Right. But when you stretch the hand out of just being an artist, I think he will be able to do a lot outside Nigeria. And I think he's doing a lot outside Nigeria. But one thing I think he might have the answer to that is because he's been able to understand what he can do with still not holding the mic. And I think he's doing fine in that part. Sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I'm not holding the mic. I'm not denying that part, but we're just talking about holding the mic. We're talking about music.
Yes. So when it comes to holding the mic, I don't think, yes, I agree with you.
Right. And I'm just talking about music.
Basically, now back to Rema.
Back to Rema. I feel he's not. Rema's not there yet. You understand? He's not there to
What do you mean he's not there yet? Does he have to be how many years to be in the game?
I don't feel like he has enough hits for me to. I'm talking about decades of hits. I'm talking about this artist. Let's look at the catalogs of this artist we're talking about, right? Mm-hmm. They've been in this game for more than 5-6 albums deep, 8 albums deep, right? Some of them, yes, 4, 5, 6 albums we're talking about. We're talking about how many albums does Rema have? How many? You could have 2 albums and still have a massive hit. Don't get it wrong. You could have 1 album and all your albums are all classic. Mm-hmm. Perfect example, Asake. You understand? Rema doesn't have that kind of body of work to go out to consider yourself as big 3. He doesn't have that compilation of songs that you could play from 2 hours or 1 hour non-stop and all you hear is hits. It requires albums. It requires a lot of songs in your catalog. It requires years of hits. You can't just have 1 EP on 1 song or 1 album, maybe 2 albums. Maybe in those albums, only maybe 2 or 3, 4 songs that could go viral, like would think is a hit. And you want to perform this and consider yourself as top of the big 3 in Nigeria. No. Do you have great marketing strategy? Do you have great people around you? Do you have your your fashion taste, the way you carry yourself, the way? Yes, you do have all that charisma that comes along with entertainment. You understand? But music-wise, just pure music is what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. He's not there yet.
Thank you for your explanation. Let me now give you my own opinion about that. I agree with you, but this is the thing I want to drag you out a little bit for you to look at. First of all, we're talking about, at the end of the day, there's an adage in my country as a Yoruba people that will say, I don't want to say it, I will just try to find a way to say it in English. Like, without history, we can't talk about the present. And when you don't understand your present, it's going to be hard for you to think about the future. Now, in the history of 10, 15 years ago, nobody ever thought Burna Boy would be where he is.
I did.
I take that back.
And a lot of Burna Boy did. His fans did. I did. That's the thing. We can't be.
No. That's where I'm going now. I'm glad you said that. I said.
Right.
This is what I said. I said.
I did.
People doesn't think Burna Boy will be where he is now. Now, Burna Boy has been very.
I disagree. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I do disagree because I believe.
So, no. Let me finish this. There was a time I can't remember. There's a time where Nigerians really talk bad of Burna Boy. And if you listen to his last album,
I remember that. I remember that time.
So that's what I'm using now as a phrase to what I'm saying. In the court, they will say that my judge checked in 1972. There's a case that study whatever. So I'm using Burna Boy as a case study for Rema now.
Okay.
Now, when Burna Boy was saying those things, a lot of people were talking down of Burna Boy, even in Nigerian music industry. Burna Boy stays in Ghana for a while. I don't want to go into that deep story, but he knew where he was going. He was so sure of himself. He doesn't even care what anybody was saying. And that's one thing I respect about Burna Boy today is he has never changed his character since he has come to limelight. Like, it's this same guy that will tell you how you feel without even trying to, think about how you're going to get it, because it's been real. Now, fast forward to this time around, we have social media have helped us more than how we did 10 years ago. Right. When you drop a song 10 years ago, you have to be going to radio station, begging them or using your money. Now, you could be in your house, write a song, and it's about to blow. But there's something else that's added to it that people don't consider now. We are now having so much American companies partnership with these people. Now,
go straight to your answer.
I'm explaining so that you can get it. But
no. I get it, but I want you to answer this question. Okay, I want you to answer this question. Okay, give me the right.
So first of all, when MTV Base did their award last year, they gave it to Rema.
Okay.
Burna Boy was there, Davido was there, Wizkid was there, but they gave it to Rema. Now, when Ballon d'Or,
why did they give it to him?
This is in America, though, no Nigeria.
Right. Why did they give it to Selena Gomez? That's it.
But that's the thing, though.
One song. That's so okay. Just one song.
But this is the one song, though. A lot of all these names that I mentioned have done the same thing, but they couldn't get the same audience he's getting. Let's just say the fact.
Because he had
even Burna Boy around him. He couldn't get that same level that Rema gets with Selena Gomez. Now, fast forward a little bit. He went to go and sing for Ballon d'Or. That's big. What I'm trying to make you understand is every time you move through those doors, you get more connections.
I agree.
It doesn't stop right there. So if Rema is telling you that, and that's one of the reasons why I added to the list, because even how they play Rema song on local radio station around America.
I think you're not answering my question. You telling me so many things about Rema. You're telling me his accomplishments. You're telling me his growth. What you're doing, you're telling me his growth. You're telling me his accomplishments. You're telling me how he's going to succeed. You're telling me he's the future. I'm talking about right now, present. We're not talking about the future. We're not talking about who right now. Can Rema hold a Madison Square Garden concert? No, he cannot. He cannot.
Why?
Because he doesn't have the body of work. He doesn't have. He can only sing. Go sing one. Okay, if Rema could have, he would have just done it otherwise. He doesn't have. How many songs will he sing? You did Madison Square Garden perform in 2 hours. How many songs you want to sing? Baby, calm down. You're gonna sing Baby, calm down 3-5 times.
This boy is doing show in America now. He's talking like he doesn't have any show.
No. There's a difference between doing show and being a top 3 in Nigeria. You cannot. You get what I'm saying? He didn't consider himself top 3. I'm putting him in the top 3, which is him, Davido, and Wizkid. Right? I'm putting him in that top 3.
So
he could.
you
I
added
don't
him
think,
to the
and I
top
don't
three.
think, I don't think he's there. We're just talking about him being him considering himself as a top 4. He said there's no more big 3, there's big 4. Right? That's what he said.
Yeah.
And I'm saying in my humble opinion, right? Don't add Burna Boy in that top 3. You guys fight for your top 3. No,
But
wait, I'm not
I'm-
even though you add him in those top 3, right? He's still not even in the top 4 yet. I'll take his Daniel's body of work before I take him. Is what I'm saying.
You
I
take
will
who?
take Keith Daniel. I'll take Keith Daniel's body of work. All the songs, all his hits, before I can even think of Rema. So he's not even in the top 4.
Okay, well, allow me to say one thing now. Allow me to say this. So this is the thing. You've explained yourself. You've asked the question. So let me put some little points. You've explained everything.
Right.
For me, with the level of how Rema is right now, with his Selena Gomez song, everything he has going on with his album, with everything he's doing, I believe it will sell the stadium. I believe they put it out right now. Hold on. You already said your your point.
Disagree. Oh,
now,
yeah.
the reason why I'm telling you that is very important is this. We're living in America. Once, they even said it. Charlamagne the God was saying it in Breakfast Club one time, like said, he said, American artists don't use their local stations to promote their song. They only stay online. And that's one of the reasons when they host show, nobody comes. When you don't use your local station, local TV to push your songs, they really don't know you when you want to organize any program in any state. Rema with Selena Gomez goes at least me and you will travel a lot. That boy song is all local stations. Now, let me finish.
Just talking about one song.
No. He doesn't.
I'm talking about it matters once it comes to performance, once it comes to big stages. You know why it matters? Let me break it down to you. You keep talking about Rema and talking about one song, is what I'm saying. I'm not disputing that fact. That song is the biggest song.
So you think it doesn't have no other songs that could be played that people will enjoy?
No, he does, but no.
He doesn't have no other songs.
Let me break.
You're telling me he doesn't have no songs.
Okay, let me break this
So,
down.
No. Wait, before you want to break it down, you're telling me Rema doesn't have no hit song because you feel like Selena Gomez has become the most.
He does, but
he doesn't have no songs.
No, he does.
You feel like people will enjoy his show. This boy has been performing on show now. The last show before he went, like, I want to go on a break.
He performed for a show.
Coming with a heart.
There's a difference between performing for 3 hours.
It was his shows though.
Every artist performs. Every artist has a show. There's a difference between levels of show we're talking about. We're talking about different levels of show. We're talking about MSG, like Madison Square Garden. Can I pay you 1.5 million? Can somebody pay Rema 1.5 million to go perform in MSG? Not now. In the future, yes. I believe so in the future. Definitely. But not now. But not now. Not now. He's not there yet. Not now.
Between me and you, 2024 is still early. We haven't even reached
I agree. I agree.
We haven't even reached half of this year.
Right.
So hopefully, let's see how this year goes. Then maybe I'll come back and remind you, like, bro, you remember when I tell you this? Now this is going to happen.
See,
so
I never said it's not going to. See, that's where you're not getting my point. I never said it's not going to happen. I'm just telling you, not at this present moment. No, not this year.
This present moment.
No. Okay,
this
can Rema come? No, what I mean, let me break it down. What I mean is that can Rema come outside right now as we're talking? Whatever today's date is, this Sunday. Rema comes out this Sunday and say, I am performing at Madison Square Garden on the 14th. No, he can't do it.
So
he ain't there yet. He's not there yet.
Between me and you, we both know the business part. You can't just say because we dare you, he's just gonna come out and say do it. But this is the thing. This boy has been called on big shows though in America.
Yeah, he could be called on big shows.
Why do you think they're calling? Why do you think?
Because he has a hit song. He has a hit song. He has one hit song that has billions of. That has billions streaming. He has about 1 billion. He has a hit song with Selena Gomez. Baby Calm Down is a massive big song. It's one of the biggest songs that has ever crossed over in the whole history of Nigeria. Ever. So I'm gonna call you for a show to go sing that song. But I cannot pay you upon 1.5 million for 3 hours to perform that song, is what I'm saying. There's a difference. I can't pay you 1.8 million or 2-point-something million to go perform one song on the Madison Square Garden or on SoFi Stadium or Water Stadium or Toyota Center. No, it's not possible.
So not to drag, we'll drag this Rema song. a lot.
He's not
What I'm about to
performing.
tell you is, what I ask you is this: you want to tell me after Calm Down, you're telling me Rema doesn't have no song that I would sing that people would dance to it? Is that what
He
you say?
does. He
When you
does.
said it
What I'm
doesn't have a
trying to say.
hit song,
No. He does.
you said he can't perform for 3 hours because he doesn't have a song that people will enjoy. That's what
No
you're
way.
saying.
No.
So
he
you feel
can't.
like Rema doesn't have the body of work to sing to make sure. Let's just even put it
Okay.
20,000
Right.
for people to enjoy. You don't think he has it?
Doesn't have no. People to enjoy with 2-3 hours is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He does not.
You don't
have
think he has it?
You never
All
reach.
right.
You never reach. You never reach.
I'm
You never
gonna let
reach.
it slide. I'm not gonna say too much.
Right.
I'm not
You never reach. This is my
Rema fan.
opinion.
I-
Your opinion.
I don't-
You think?
No,
think-
you're
think
right.
He has. You think he has? I think he does it. And we could say.
So,
we could,
yeah, that's-
you
that's-
think he
that's-
does? I think he does.
That's why I'm putting it. But I
Right.
think basically on how I explain myself might make it look
Mhm.
different from how you're saying it. When I said he
Right.
could do it, I'm not saying tomorrow. What I'm saying is how where it is. I followed him a lot when I said I followed him. I'm not saying maybe
Right.
follow his life, but I follow his body
I
of
follow-
work.
yeah.
And
I
I
do
think
too.
for now,
I do. Mhm.
give it 6 months. Don't be surprised if this boy become the only name they talk about most. Not that because
I
they won't talk about the
agree.
rest.
I agree with that.
That is
not
what I'm
disputing
saying.
That.
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah. I
That's where I
agree with that.
stand.
But I'm talking. Oh, that's where you stand. But me, I'm saying
That's what I'm
if he
saying.
does not- okay, let me ask you
Why
a
I
question.
added him to the
If Rema-
list?
No, let me
is
ask you a
that.
question. If Rema does not have any song, let's he doesn't have any hit song from now, April, let's say May, this month is over. From May to November or December, if he doesn't have any, he could have songs, but are they hits? If he doesn't have any hit song from now, it's gonna be totally, he cannot perform in Madison Square Garden.
And that's why I use Burna Boy as an example for you, because this is how people put Burna Boy saying, what does he have? He doesn't have nothing.
Yeah, because he doesn't have anything at that time. He does it, which is the
arrogant.
fact. He doesn't have anything
But
at that
that's-
time, so he can't perform.
When I explain to you, when I said
Right.
I'm using Burna Boy as a reference, this is what I'm trying to say. Now,
Yeah, but
where
you can't
am I
use him as a
starting
reference. You can't use him as a
from? No, no,
reference.
where
because
am
he did not
where am
perform.
I starting
No.
from? It's bigger
You
than
can't
where
use him as
Burna
a
Boy
reference. What I'm saying is that you cannot use him as a reference. You know why?
Uh-huh.
Because
Why?
at that time he does not have enough body of work. He doesn't have hits, and which is okay. Rema time will come, but it's not
No,
now.
wait. What was the song then? That was a big song.
Did he perform in Madison Square Garden? No.
No.
That's what I'm
No, we
saying.
didn't.
We're talking about. So my thing goes back to, if you want to consider yourself as Big Four right now in Nigeria, can you perform at Madison Square Garden? No, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't. Those are the things I'm looking at. That's what I'm saying. If you want to consider, because all these artists that are big three, that so-called big, they're big two, Whiskey, Davido, they perform in Madison Square Garden and they've killed the show. Rema doesn't have that. He's not there yet. Will he get there? Definitely, I have no doubt. But he's not there yet.
I think we're both coming to the same conclusion of the same thing. I think one of the reasons why I added to the list was because of what you're saying at the last statement. So for me, the goal is for us to keep seeing our Nigerian countrymen doing fly all around the world, selling our stadium. But with that being said, do you think Afrobeat is becoming watered down or it's not? What's your opinion on that?
I don't think it's being watered down. And I feel like because there's always a fresh sound every time. You know, there's always something new that comes up with some new artists. There's something new that comes up even with this current, with the so-called.
You think we have anything new right now?
Right now, I think there's no artist right now that is kind of like knocking on anybody's doors or like going viral right now.
What about Young John? What do you think about Young John?
I think he's good. I really think he's good. I think Young John is in his. I think he's growing. I think he's I don't think he's there yet, but I think he's getting there. He's like, you know, he's working. I mean, he's a man. That man has he got some hits cooking up, and like he's been giving us.
I think it's the only one right now that I can say from Nigeria that's still giving us something different entirely because of his album that he dropped though.
Right.
And for me, why I say that is,
what do you think about Kiss Daniel?
Album,
how about Kiss Daniel?
Kiss Daniel will have been one of the best. To me, this is my personal opinion. Kiss Daniel is still one of the best artists, male artists we have in Nigeria. But I feel like he's lazy or he's having the wrong people around him that doesn't allow him to elevate out of the comfort zone he is right now. And that's
I
why he's
agree.
still selling the way he's selling. Because I think
agree.
Kiss Daniel can do bigger than,
Way
like, when
better.
I say big, like
Way better.
big than anybody can imagine. But you know, when
Easily.
you have a team of people that don't, I won't use the word not having the right exposure, can limit the artist, can limit the main artist himself. Look at Banaba. One of the reasons why Banaba will keep coming with lyrics is they move. Look at the people that are around him, and they allow him to really grow in his own way of how he wants to maximize his vast
Potential.
And that's why you
Right.
always see Banaba. So for me, Kiss Daniel is good, but I think he's not having the right team. That's the problem for me.
You see, like
it's
when we
not
talk
in the,
about,
it's not in the area of Kiss Daniel
Going
is somebody
back to
that
hit-
yeah.
like going back to hits and having songs that he does. Artist, talent wise, he does. You just nailed it on the head. Like you said it all.
I think he has everything. It's just the team.
Managerial wise, whoever's managing him, the team, the way they're promoting him, the way they're branding, the branding of Kiss Daniel is lame. It's lame.
That's what is killing him.
Yeah,
You're
that's what
right. I think it's the
Right.
branding is what is limiting who wants to bring something or offer him anything. And when you become so comfortable in your spiritual part of you towards your lyrics and everything, people just leave you right there. And I think it's okay with where you think he is. And that's one of the things about Kiss Daniel. Any other people that I think in Nigeria that are doing, Wizkid and Davido, they've done it for 10 years. I think those guys have maxed out a lot now. They just want to help people. That's why you're not really seeing them doing a lot, like being hungry for the fame. They've done it all. They've seen, tell me where they haven't been. They've been in the midst of all the artists around the world. So they've been to fashion show. What is that one thing again? So to them now, they start feeling like, let me just be dropping banger with people. Let me just be jumping banger with. So we really don't have, and that's where I said I put Rema into the place. When you take those names out, let's agree with you saying Burna Boy in his own race. To me, I would say Davido is in his own race, Wizkid in his own race. Ashake, a little bit. Ashake is there, but the longevity is what I'm worried about. That's just the only thing I'm worried about. Ashake will be there for life, but it's the longevity of. Is it? Let's say when it's done with the Olamide, are you starting afresh? Are you having your own team? And that's when you know how Ashake will be. When Ashake starts on his own, when he's done with the Olamide, that's what I'm worried about.
You just mentioned something, but does he have to leave Olamide? I don't think he should.
I think Olamide is the. I don't know the deep story, but I think Olamide is one that always give them that deal. I don't know. Maybe it's just a way of helping himself.
You just said if he leaves Olamide, can he stand alone? I just feel like the moment he leaves Olamide, I feel like that's one of his going to be one of his downfall. I think the relationship between him and Olamide should be destined. My opinion. There's certain friendship and certain things that you should have. You can't look at other people. Oh, it worked for other people, so it's going to work for me. In Ashake's own,
okay.
I think the collaboration between him and Olamide, the relationship, the friendship, or whatever way you want to coin whatever they got going on, I think it should be, my opinion, if I'm Ashake, this is destiny for me. It's not a one-time thing. It's not a feel good.
What if Olamide said he wants him to go?
Man, that would be tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a heartbreaking moment for me because I don't. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I don't think. Another thing, Olamide could say, you know what? I want you to go by. I want you to flourish. I want you to do your thing by yourself, but I'll be helping you studio times. I'll be there once you need me. That's a whole different ballgame. As long as he's still in the mix, right?
But that's what he did for Lukesh now. Yagi left. Look at Yagi left after he left. He couldn't sustain. And I want to say this because I'm glad you brought that up. I see Roga leaving his record label, staying on his own, and he's having his record label. It's fine. But this is the thing I think from me looking in from the outside, being in America, a lot of Nigerian artists fail to understand it is not just about you know how to sing. It is not about because you have the fame. There's a lot of body work behind that your record label might be doing for you. And once you step out, like you're stepping out in the sense where you're having issue with them, you have to do double work of that your record label you're leaving. That's the thing a lot of all these new artists doesn't understand. You could push your music. You could, push it where the streaming rate is high. What about shows? Can you be able to pull up the show? can you get some endorsements with all this big brand? Because you're about to compete with the same company you left. They're not going nowhere. So they're still the same people that have shake hands for you to get to the front. Now, when you leave them, you're about to fight them to get that same bread. And that's why you see a lot of all these artists, small artists end up being, having problem with their mental state. Then they start calling those people they left out. Not knowing it is not about singing alone. It's about having the people that could shake hands on your behalf where you're not there, that could talk on your behalf, that could tell you, like, okay, we'll make sure the deal is done. You might be singing, thinking that's the only reason why you're selling, but there's a lot of things people are doing behind you that make you sell. And that's one thing why I'm glad when you said, if Asake can stick with Olamide for more than 2, 3, 5 years, they both need it. So, which I know Olamide is always going to be doing business. They were looking for the new person they can pick up, put them into the world, which is a good thing. And I think that's one of the problems all these artists have. When the record labels start having too many people, it becomes where we allowed to drop song first, who we have to spend money on. And that's one of the issues that happened with Wizkid. When Wizkid left Banky W, they were complaining about. Roga complained the same thing. But to me, deal is deal. If you take it from the beginning, just be humble and go through it. Finish it, then walk away.
Yep.
But you try to call them out, thinking you have anything when we all know how you start. But the last thing I feel like I want to add about, to me, I think I'm scared of Afrobeat. I think American company has come into the place with the money, and they're using the money to where half of the song is becoming trash just for the money's sake.
I think you say half, I say more than half.
Is man, the lyrics doesn't even.
Doesn't
I don't even know. And we're not using this opportunity so well, though. We're not maximizing this Afrobeat reign in the world.
I think we are in a way, but are we? Yeah, I won't use the word. I think the word, like you said, maximize. We're using it, but we have not tapped into our full potential. And it has to start with our big three. It has to start. Unfortunately, it has to start with the big three. Even though now I just got to say big three, and add Bono. He's not there, but for the sake of our conversation,
what do you mean? What do you mean Bono is not there? Why would you keep feeling like Bono doesn't fit in top 3?
Because he's in a different atmosphere. Like, he's in a different level. Man, like, he's not
between me and you're Bono Boy fan, so I can never have that part.
He's in a different.
That's how you see it. I gotta respect how you see it. But
for the sake of conversation, let's just keep using big three, even though I know he's not part of it. Like,
I just feel like they're all maxing it out. Even Burna Boy too. Burna Boy is maxing everything out. Let's give it 2 years.
Yeah,
I hope it's gonna drop a banger
I think they're doing
album.
great. They're doing. I feel like there's a lot of artists right now that are trying to cook up a lot of stuff, and I think for the past 2 months or so, we haven't heard any one song. What's the last hit song that you've heard right now?
No, you could put these two boys, but it's not. I don't see that as banger. Buju and Roga, they drop an EP album. Shit, that's half of the song is they're repeating the same thing. I don't even think that's, to me. I'm sorry to say
talking
this,
about, right, but I'm not talking about an album. I'm talking about like a hit song. Let's not talk about albums. Everybody's this guy. What was the last hit song you've heard for the past 2-3 months? Like
the last hit song that I've heard in the last 2-3 months
that you feel like, oh, this song is a hit. I mean, it might not be hit to everybody, but you just feel, your opinion, you feel this is a hit.
I think it was, if I'm not right, I think Timaya dropped a song. I can't remember really. Yeah. No. I take that back. I take Timaya back. I like the one, what's his name? Odumodu Black dropped with Tiwa Savage.
That's a hit song to you?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to
100, when it comes to 100,000, 100.
I'm talking about lyrically.
No.
Odumodu. Okay. I'm talking about Odumodu. When it comes to lyrically, what he was saying, he was spitting out some things that if these people, they don't have.
Talking about no. This is what I'm saying. I want you to understand the question that I asked.
Okay.
A hit song, like to you, this is a hit song because. To you, it's a hit song because you've been outside. Okay, you go out to clubs, you go out to events, you go out to places.
Oh no. I know. I take that back. I know. Chris
Right.
Brown,
Once they
Chris
play
Brown.
this
Chris Brown,
sensational.
this track with the diss track to Quavo. That's what I'm enjoying right now. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm talking about.
diss track?
I'm talking about. No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about. No. I'm talking
Nigeria?
about. Yes, Nigerian Afrobeat song.
I don't really
For the past
have.
2-3 months. Okay. I do.
I don't have.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Young John. Last
Big things the more like.
big things more like yeah. I think
That's
it's
it.
the last. I think that's the last hit song I've heard in Nigeria. Prior
That's
to
my-
that,
that's
that's
my
my opinion. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah,
prior
right.
to that. That's the last big hit song we have so far. This is like 2-3 months ago. We haven't had anything now.
True.
That's what I
That's
feel.
true.
So right.
That's true. You're right. You know what? I think we got so much carried away with this virtual, which I think we really enjoy.
Yeah. I
drag
think
it
we're
so
loving
long.
it too much. So we gotta go.
Yeah, but to add this, man, I'm not taking side, but I love Chris Brown this track on Quavo.
Oh,
I
really?
think hip hop needs more fire like that. Like how they're coming for Drake to hip hop rap game in America needs all the smoke. We really want to like listen to a song and like, hey, I'm little. And
Yeah,
the Quavo
that
came
was
back to
fire.
with another one. That's fire, but I think that's gonna be for another topic. From
tough.
me, Big Vic, what would you like to say before we put to an end? Before I just run it up.
No, nothing to say, man. I love this new visual recording that we're doing, and we're just gonna keep going on. Just give our audience the content, and we thank everybody that's been watching us religiously and even in passing. We thank you very much for just always tuning in and just keep watching us. And as we continue to grow, is that we have a like great, good fun foundation, and like we have some fans that have been loyal to us from the beginning. And we're just warming up. We're just getting started. We just, just keep growing with us. That's all we ask for. Thank you very much, and just keep growing with us. All right, over to you, my bro.
Thank you. I have nothing to say than to add this little word. So we really appreciate for everybody that been following us. For you that still stick by us, and for you that critique everything we say, we definitely appreciate it. One of the critiques that we've been taking is why you're seeing us trying to get in how we do things. And with the last word, I always tell people, it might not make sense to anybody right now, but whatever you're doing, as long as you know it's going to benefit the world and yourself, keep doing it. In the future will definitely make sense. We are the CTD Among Blacks, and we have nothing we're doing than to bridge the gap and connect all the dots. Until we see you on the next episode, stay blessed, make somebody happy, and keep being sure to tell the world that you are who you are. Thank you. Till next episode.
Until next time, we'll say love, peace as we continue to connect the dot.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pull it.